Today I want to address me. I want to call the BS in me out. I want to ramble about it and I want to let it out. I'm not venting, I just want to call myself out. How are you? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Rhoda. If you are new here, and if you are new here, welcome. Please make sure to subscribe. It goes a long way. We appreciate every new subscriber. Feel at home and enjoy this video. It's been a minute since we did this kind of content, a sit down whereby we just talk.
Let our hearts out. We just enjoy without limits. We just rumble if it's needed.
We just let whatever is within outside. I am excited to be here today with you and welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to call the BS in me out. I'm going to rumble about me. I'm going to let it all out. And I just want to encourage you to take the time and look within. Don't waste your time looking outside, looking outward, looking beyond you as a person. Don't look anywhere else. It's all within. And once you dive deeper within you and get to find out what is really sitting deep within at the core of you, that's the only time you get to find the true cure for whatever you're ailing from. Today I want to talk about self-sabotaging, procrastination, and I'm talking about myself today. Not feeling good enough. My word for this year was self-efficacy. And honestly, guys, I don't feel like I am exhausting that word fully. Beside it being just a word, it goes beyond just defining it, just letting it out there. And in case you're wondering, self-efficacy is me believing in myself that I have what it takes to do what I need to do or what I should be doing. It's not self-confidence. It's the belief in oneself. Somewhere in between, something in me was shaken and I couldn't live up to that word, up to what I wanted the year to be about as a person. So what did I end up doing? I have realized that I have not been keen, and I'm rambling a lot, and I'm not going to edit this because this is what I want this video to be. We all think we are, or we look, or we behave in a certain way. And most of the times, that's not the way we are. For instance, I have continuously sabotaged myself and procrastinated from producing films or producing them and never posting them because I felt I am not eloquent enough to let that video out. That video is not up to the standard. Who actually will want to watch that video? Nobody is interested in my content. I am not as brilliant as I think I am. I don't know how to put my thoughts. I don't know how to let my emotions and let my thoughts out. So nobody will actually want to listen to that video. But in the past few weeks, I've been looking deeper. I've been digging deeper within myself. And the question I asked myself repeatedly was, if I don't post that cranky video that makes me cringe, how am I going to get better at it? I might come here and ramble a lot and you might not grab what I'm talking about. But I am having the belief in myself that that video is of quality. I let it out and you end up not even understanding a thing. You don't connect the topic. You don't connect the dots. It doesn't make sense to you. But if I don't post that video, how am I going to get better? It's not going to happen. I'm never going to be better. Because look at it this way. It's like a kid. When a kid is starting, a baby, not a kid. When a baby is starting to walk, it's either they walk, they break their arms and legs until they become better at it, or they stay down crawling and they end up walking way later. It's the same thing. And most of the times we are so entertained by what other people are doing. And we are so scared of ourselves. We are so scared of who we are. We actually cannot face us. We can't face who we are. We want to be perfect. We want to appear perfect. Our public life has to be well curated. It has to be perfect. It has to be this picture perfect, a magazine type of life. But that isn't reality. It is not. That doesn't exist. And if at all it exists from practicing. If we don't practice, we can never be better at it. And one thing I know for sure is that I love creating videos. Anytime, I actually will want to steal time from my day schedule to just create something. But I cannot get better at camera. I cannot get better at verbalizing my emotions, my thoughts, my ideas, unless I make these cringy mistakes, unless I ramble and let it out for you to criticize me in whatever way you're going to criticize me, so that I can become a masterpiece. A masterpiece is not born, it is made. and there is a lot of tears, a lot of sweat, a lot of blood in it. By the way, guys, now that I'm talking about it, it's actually hitting me even harder. Before I deleted my social media platforms, especially Instagram, I would see myself in specific creators. They are well curated, they know what they're saying, they are so confident, they actually have the wordings right. It's like their thoughts are very well aligned and they know what they're going to say after the first word. They already have the next word. I would see myself in them. But when I started talking, that was not me. And I became discouraged a lot. I became so much stressed about the person I am today and the person I was before. Because before I was eloquent, I was brilliant, I was intelligent. I don't feel like it. I feel like I've lost my confidence. I feel like I've lost my eloquence. I feel like my brilliance just evaporated. And it's like, I have the courage to talk to the camera and I am excited about it. But I'm not, the eloquence that I have here, that's not the person that I know myself to be. But why am I grieving about what is normal? Because at the end of the day, it's never gonna come back. So it's either I start building on something even better than the previous one, or I just get stuck here, get depressed, get anxious, and do nothing. It's funny because while I am seated here criticizing myself and feeling bad and not producing videos because I don't think I am eloquent enough or my wordings are not right, I don't think I am intelligent like so and so creator. Somebody looks at my content and they tell me, OMG, you're one creator that gives me the courage to just live life. You're just one creator that is encouraging me, that is giving me the strength, that is giving me the guts to produce content. But in my mind, in as much as it's coming from not a friend, it's coming from a stranger, because I'm so fixated on who I was as a teen, I can't see the gem in the process of becoming a masterpiece right in front of me. Think about it. I am grieving the 10, 15, 18, 20-year-old me that was perfect to me, that was eloquent, that had the best diction, that was most articulate, that was good in letting their ideas come to life, that was good in having conversations. But we also have the mission of mission now that is a work in progress, that is actually doing better, that is having the courage to face a camera and take the risk of letting herself outside there to strangers that don't know her. And she's even putting herself into a risk of being bullied, of being trolled. But I can't see that. That moment of introspection, that moment of coming back where it all began, coming back to the one constant person that entirely us being present in the entire process. Because most of the times we are crying of the person that had a somewhat smooth life when they got their first job, when they got their first relationship. But right now, if it was possible to have them in this life, in this moment, they cannot sustain whatever the now you is actually sustaining. We're so fixated in what is to come or what was, and we forget about what is. I really appreciate how I am handling certain situations because I wouldn't handle them that way 2, 5, 10 years ago. The you now is handling things in a better way than the previous you could have handled them. If today I'm stressed, I'm not going to lash out. I'm not going to vent. I know how to handle it in a more elegant, in a more mature way. Previous me couldn't do that because I didn't know any better. When I am letting my videos out, I'm so fixated on this is not what I thought I would talk like. This is not what I thought I would sound. Because in my head, there is a way I talk, there is a way I act, there is a way I am. But that girl on the screen, when I am done filming her, it's not the girl in my head. And I end up sabotaging the girl on the screen, the real girl that I'm seeing on the screen, because the one on my mind is better and that is the girl I should get even in real life. I started becoming a huge procrastinator because I don't believe this thing is for me. In as much as yes, I want to film videos, but I know for sure there are people meant for this YouTube thing. But then I'm having like an idea for 3 months consecutively. I keep on thinking about it. I have written it in my notebook repeatedly without me knowing that I wrote it before, until when I'm coming to see the ideas that I haven't talked about or I haven't published, I haven't made videos on, and I just look at one idea and it has appeared since May. It has been appearing in my mind and I haven't filmed it simply because I'm listening to the girl in my mind more than the real me. I would be appreciating the specific content creators so much, and it had become an obsession almost. When I wake up, the next thing I want to do is to know what so and so have said. What video have they published? What have they said in their Instagram stories? Why? Because I think they are eloquent, and that is me in them. That is me in them, but I don't know what happened because I cannot see me in the screen when I film videos. So let me just, I don't know what we call that, but I've experienced it. And instead of me, just like I said in one of my recent videos, instead of me focusing on watering my grass to become greener, I end up focusing on other people's grasses, how greener they are. How it came up that everybody else in the entire world is doing the same thing startles me. We are all putting so much effort to be just like the other person. And that is robbing us the gift of our authentic selves to the world. Because if Miss on a Mission is doing this kind of content and there is a way they talk, there is a way they articulate their ideas, there is a way they are poised, why do I want to be like Miss on a Mission? Why are we so troubled to just be us? Why can't I just be me? Why am I so scared to just be me? Why am I so scared to articulate words the way I am made to articulate them? We are all average at something. You think you're beautiful, guess what? Get outside there and you're going to meet another more beautiful person than you. Are you going to kill yourself because you thought you're the most beautiful person and now you've seen another beautiful person, and that most beautiful person is not the most beautiful person? There is someone more beautiful than them. You think you're eloquent and then you meet another more eloquent person than you are. What are you gonna do? It's good to admire people, but when it's a conflict between yourself and the admiration, that's a problem. That's where the problem is. The girl in my head knows for sure. She can talk like Betty Chalo. She can talk like Okwara. But does this girl actually talk like them? She doesn't. I can only get to that by working on it. And how am I going to work on it? It's speech. To talk, and talk. To publish more videos, to let videos out there, to get the chance to produce more videos so that I can listen to myself and know where to work on. We're so scared of our own mediocrity. But the truth is, we're all average at something. But in our head, that is perfection. If I see someone who knows how to articulate their words properly, in my head, I'm thinking that is perfection. It's not perfection, because when you reach a point of perfection, you're dead. And today I wanted to call myself out, to remind myself, not even to remind myself, to actually tell myself to stop with the BS. If I need to become better at this, then I need to get things going. We cannot stop and think we're going to just be thinking about it or just be reading about it or interact with content that impress us and think I am actually going to become better at it. Can never happen. And so today, guys, one thing that I truly would want you to take from this video is stop being scared of your own mediocrity. We are all average at something, all of us. So don't waste your time being scared, and stop focusing on the person you're going to become, and also stop grieving the past self and start appreciating this person, this person. This is actually what matters, because this is what we see, this is what we interact with, this is what is. Nobody knows about the future. The future is the next minute, but the next minute I could be no more. So can we all start appreciating who we are? Whether we like it or not, we have to give some focus to the outside world, to the outside environment, but let's not make it an obsession. Let's not make it bigger than how we are obsessed with ourselves. Until the next video, smile to the world, and above everything, smile to yourself. Bye.